This is Samuel Wonacott with Ballotpedia, here to discuss provisional ballots. So, what is a provisional ballot? A provisional ballot is a ballot cast by a person whose eligibility to vote cannot be proven at the polls on election day. After the election, if administrators determine that the person who cast the provisional ballot was indeed eligible to vote, then that ballot will be counted as a regular ballot. As of June 2020, 47 states provide for provisional balloting in at least some cases. 3 states, Idaho, Minnesota, and New Hampshire, do not issue provisional ballots under any circumstances. The National Voter Registration Act of 1993 required most states to provide for provisional balloting. The act exempted states with same-day voter registration or no voter registration requirement from needing to provide provisional balloting. The 2002 Help America Vote Act implemented further requirements for provisional balloting, while once again exempting those states with same-day voter registration or no voter registration requirements. Although federal law may mandate provisional voting processes for non-exempt states, the states themselves define those processes. Consequently, the rules around provisional balloting can vary widely from state to state. So, you might be curious, why might a voter cast a provisional ballot? Common reasons, as identified by the National Conference of State Legislatures, include the voter's name was not on the poll or registration list, the voter's identity and or eligibility to vote was challenged by a poll worker or election official, the voter did not have identification as required by that state, or the voter's address or name has changed, but their voter registration information does not reflect that change. After election night, election officials begin reviewing provisional ballots, which usually entails verifying the person's identity and eligibility to vote. In some states, people who cast a provisional ballot may be asked to provide further information. Local officials determine if a provisional ballot will be accepted or rejected based on criteria established by state election laws. According to the U.S. Election Assistance Commission, a voter not being registered in the state is the most common reason for rejecting a provisional ballot. States that allow for provisional balloting differ on how they treat provisional ballots cast in the incorrect precinct. Some states, like Florida, Hawaii, and Texas, do not count provisional ballots cast in the wrong precinct. Other states, like Alaska, Georgia, and Oregon, will count votes only for those races for which the voter would have been eligible had he or she voted in the correct precinct. This is known as a partial count and usually includes statewide or county-wide races. Maine, alone among states, conducts a full count of provisional ballots cast in the wrong precinct. According to a study of provisional voting trends conducted by the U.S. Election Assistance Commission, 4 states, Arizona, California, New York, and Ohio, accounted for 75% of all provisional ballots issued in 2016. California alone accounted for 50% issued nationwide. For more information on provisional ballots, be sure to check out our election policy project, where you can find information about electoral policy in all 50 states. I'm Samuel Wonacott with Ballotpedia. Thanks for watching.